Hi guys, Chef John here. Tonight we're gonna make a delicious steak and queso sandwich. Of course, we're gonna do it on Monument Grills. You ready to cook? Let's go! Let's start by making our fajita rub. We're gonna add 1 tablespoon of chili powder. We're gonna add 1 tablespoon paprika. We've got 1 teaspoon of cumin. We've got 2 teaspoons salt, 2 teaspoons of pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic, and 1 teaspoon of onion. We'll mix it all together. This is a great fajita rub. And it's going to go on the meat, and we're also going to add a little bit into the marinade. Next step is make the marinade. With a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1/4 cup Worcestershire sauce, and 1/4 cup lime juice. Give that a swirl. And let's give this a couple of pinches. How about a little cilantro? Let's take our meat. We've got beef sirloin for fajitas. So this is a sirloin flap. And it's kind of thick compared to skirt, but it's also meatier. So that's why I chose it for this sandwich. It's got a great meaty flavor. All right, let's let these guys marinate. For these next step, we're gonna make our pico de gallo. It's a real simple recipe. You need some onion. First step, you wanna peel your onion. Then we're gonna slice it this way. The closer you slice it right here, the smaller your onion is gonna be, the finer the dice, okay? Then we're gonna turn it and cut it the same like that. All right, diced onion. We're gonna dice up some tomato. This is a Roma tomato. You wanna take out that core. You can use the tip of your knife and remove that. Now, same thing like the onion. You're just gonna slice it down. And then turn your knife and your tomatoes and slice them through here. There you have diced tomato. Now let's take our jalapeno. There's a bunch of seeds in the middle. If you want it real spicy, leave the seeds. If not, we'll just cut off the stem. Same sort of deal, cut it in half. You can remove the seeds like this. You can plant a jalapeno tree right now. All right, so with your jalapeno, same thing, right? Cut it into strips. And then turn it. And that's where you dice it. And we've got diced jalapeno. Then you'll just want to take your cilantro. I like to kind of roll it into a ball, slice through it, turn it, and there you have minced cilantro. One last step, we need some lime juice. For this, I like to roll out the lime. It kind of helps to break up the pulp inside. I like to get a little bit of the lime zest as well. And that just adds a more lime flavor without adding more acid. There's our lime juice. Okay, so there's all the ingredients for our pico de gallo. We're going to save some of the onion so that way we can saute it in some butter. We're going to sweat these vegetables a little bit in butter. We'll mix the rest of it together. So we'll start with our pan. We'll put a couple tablespoons of butter. In this pan. We'll add some of these onions, some of the tomatoes, a little pinch of salt and pepper, and we'll take this to the grill. All right guys, tonight's recipe is going to be cooked on the brand new Monument Grill's Eminence series. Let's take a look at that. Monument Grill's Eminence series, and this is their new grill. This is the 605. It's got some great new features. You've got the side hangers for your utensils. This one comes with a sear unit. You've got a brand new cabinet underneath. This one comes with a cool little trash can and trash can hanger. You've got a shelf for your accessories. It's got a cradle for your propane tank. Here's your start button. Here's your power button. Of course, it has the smart zone with it. And this is how you turn on the lights, guys. This little button right here. This little button turns on your lights, and there's a couple of modes for your burners there. Now let's take a look inside of the cabinet. Wow, look at that. So it's got all stainless steel cooking grates. It has a new burner in the back. It's got the expanded brand new flame tamers. These guys get hot, they're infrared. It's got the new flame tubes. Let's check that out. Woohoo! Check out the new lights. We'll roll through those modes real quick. Turn them off, turn them on. It's letting you know that it's on. These lights kind of dance. Let's start making that queso. So one of the things that I also want to do, since we're going to be cooking those fajitas, is I want to use a smoke box. I've got it loaded with some chips. It's going to fit right in to the box, right next to my grill grate. Let's turn these burners on. And we're going to go ahead and turn that guy on. I'm going to bring these two to low, and we're going to start sweating those vegetables, okay? I've got some cheese here. We got shredded Colby Jack. We've got shredded cheddar, sharp cheddar, and we'll need some heavy whipping cream. So while that's going, let's go ahead and we'll mix up our pico de gallo. We're going to put our onions in the bowl. We're going to add our tomatoes. We're going to add these jalapenos. Depends on how spicy you want it, right? I'm going to season it with salt and pepper. Let's give that a stir. By doing this, you get the salt and the pepper onto all of the vegetables. And that starts pulling out their moisture. We're going to add some cilantro and our lime juice and lime zest. While we're here, let's add a little bit of that barbecue rub. We've got it. We'll give that a stir and let it marinate. This is one of those things that you want to do about 15 or 20 minutes. That way the flavors start to combine. Starting to get this butter melted. We've already got 307 degrees inside of there. There's a temperature probe right there. I'm starting to see little wisps of smoke come out of there. Our butter is melted. go ahead and let those cook just another minute, and then we'll add our next ingredient. Okay, let's add our cream in there. And now we're ready for our fajitas. Let's go ahead and season that with our barbecue rub. Give this a stir. All right, guys, I'm going to turn the lights down real quick so you can see the heat that this grill is throwing off. See what it's going to look like in your patio in the evening with those lights on. Let's take a look. Ready? We're going to turn the lights off. Whoa, check that out. All right, we're at 462 degrees on the grill temperature. You've got the dancing lights, you've got all that infrared heat. Right now we're making sirloin flap steak. We seasoned it for kind of a fajita marinade, and we're making a queso. Delicious. All on the Monument Grill's Eminence Series 605. Let's flip these fajitas. All right, there we go. All right, so my cream is bubbling over here. My veggies are cooking. Let's go ahead and add the cheese. I think I need a little more cream in there. Then we'll add our other cheese. Oh yeah, I like how that's looking. Let's turn these steaks. Choose our temperature probe. So right now those are at 120. Getting pretty close. We'll stir our queso. All right, our temperature probe said 130. Let's turn these guys one last time. I'll tell you what, man, this is kicking off a lot of heat. I can smell, I can taste the smoke that's coming off of there. That's one of the differences, right? So with Monument Grills, you get all of the great features, convenience, power of propane, the control of cooking with propane, but you can also add a smoke box and get that live fire smoke taste. Look at that steak on there, guys. Monument Grill style. There it is. There's that queso, boy. Mmm. Delicious. Turn these guys again. Let's grab the steak off the grill. I'm going to use that carryover heat to toast these little buns. Our queso is ready. Oh yeah. Why don't we go ahead and crank up this sear burner and we'll char some jalapenos real quick. Man, you can really feel the heat from that sear zone. Thing gets super hot, super fast. You can hear the peppers popping. Nice and toasted. All right, guys, let's bring you back to the cutting board. All right, guys, so we've got our fajita, our sirloin flat meat. We've let that rest for a few minutes. Now we're gonna go ahead and cut it. From what I see, the grain is running this way. So I'm gonna cut it against the grain, and I'm gonna turn my knife just a little bit so that we can kind of fan it out. Take a look at that, guys. Oh man, that is beautiful. So good. The spices came through really good on that. And so did the marinade. Let's build our sandwich, okay? We're gonna go down, we'll take some of this queso. And we'll get some on top too. We'll take our meat. Let's get some of our pico de gallo. Look at that sandwich, guys. Wouldn't you want to eat that? Oh man. Then we've got the top one. Let's put it together. Cut it in half. You ready for your bite? I know I am. Here we go, guys. Let's take a bite. Oh man. You're getting smokiness from the smoke box. You get all of those Tex-Mex flavors, a little bit of cumin coming through. The acidity and crunch from the fresh pico de gallo, the richness from the queso. This is a little keto bun. Man, I gotta show y'all this too. We're gonna flip the camera. Look at my pups. My pups are hanging out at attention. They do a great job of keeping me and my family safe. Spike. Spike. Flower. All right, good job, guys. One more. One more. The whole family eats. Thank you for joining us here at the Monument Grills channel for this episode of Steak and Queso Sandwich.